Hey everyone, welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy and I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be cash stuffing my 3rd paycheck of July, including variable expenses, sinking funds, and savings challenges. Stay tuned. All right, so as always, I'm going to go ahead and start by unstuffing my wallet. These are my variable expenses, and so these are the funds that are left over after the last week of spending. So I will go through and decide if I'm going to roll any of it over or if I'm going to unstuff it and use it to contribute to savings challenges at the end of the video. So in groceries, I have $25 left, so I'm going to go ahead and unstuff that. Food delivery was fully spent this week. Gas was also fully spent this week. Entertainment, I have all $50 left. Shopping, I have $25 left. I'm going to unstuff that as well. Kids, I have $8 left. I'm going to unstuff that. And then miscellaneous was also spent. My spent folder, I'm going to keep the cash that's in here. The funds that are in my spent envelope are funds that I have allocated via card purchases over the course of the week. So either using my credit card or debit card, and the cash in here represents those purchases. If you have any questions about how to use a spent envelope or how to use credit cards or debit cards within the cash stuffing system, you can go ahead and check out a video that I did specifically on how to do that. I will link it up in the top for you in case you are interested, but I do not unstuff my spent envelope until the very end of the month, and then that will be at the end of next week's paycheck cycle. So in 2 weeks, I will start by unstuffing my spent envelope and deposit it in the bank and pay off my cards. But that is it for what is left in my weekly wallet, so I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. All right, so as always, I'm going to start by taking a look at my paycheck breakdown and cash planning sheet. So this sheet is what I fill out with every single paycheck. It just helps me plan how my paycheck is going to be allocated across my different budget categories. And so today is July 12th. This pay period is going to run from July 12th to July 18th, which is the day before my next payday. And this paycheck represents 25% of my monthly income because I am a weekly paid employee and those amounts are consistent. So I'm expecting 25% of my monthly income with this paycheck, which is how I'm going to plan and allocate across my categories. So there are several categories that I decide to keep in the bank. That consists of my debt payments, my bill payments, and then some investment accounts. What I do is, because I'm a weekly paid employee, I will save 25% of those monthly payments for debts, bills, and then investments every single paycheck. And I keep those in the bank so that over the course of the month, as I cash stuff for paychecks, I will be saving up for that full payment for each of those categories. And then that will be in the bank and ready to go to auto draft next month's bill and debt payments. If you have any questions about getting 1 month ahead on your bill and debt payments or how to handle bills and debts within the cash stuffing system, you can check out my cash stuffing for beginners video and skip to the part about bills and debts. So I keep all of those categories in the bank. And then I made cash stuffing, well, I filmed cash stuffing videos for the first 2 weeks in July, but we had a crazy first couple of weeks, so I didn't end up editing or posting them, so I'm sorry that I am behind on videos. I'm going to be really conscientious to stick with it and be on top of it moving forward, but because of that, I haven't kept you guys in the loop on some changes that I've made in my monthly goals. And the biggest change that I was able to make starting in July is I was able to pay off my car last month, and so I no longer have a car payment, which was huge and allowed me to contribute more to variable expenses and sinking funds, which is awesome. So this month has looked a little bit different just in terms of our flexibility across these other categories, which has been just super great. It's so surprising when you free up a debt payment, like how much more that feels. It feels like you're giving yourself a raise, which is really great. So I luckily didn't have that car payment that I needed to keep in the bank, so you'll see a lot of that cash is reallocated, and that I increased contributions both to variable expenses and some of my sinking funds. So from a wallet perspective, I will be stuffing my variable expenses, which includes things that I will need to access multiple times over the course of the week. Sometimes I access some of these categories daily. So I plan for the wallet, and then I have my sinking funds that I'm also going to be cash stuffing. Again, some of these are getting more than they have historically gotten in the past, since I was able to free up that car payment allocation. So that is it for my planning. As always, I tend to not plan for savings challenge contributions because I use the leftover money in my wallet at the end of the pay period. So what I unstuffed at the beginning of this video will be my primary contributions to savings challenges as I continue with that approach. And so then I was able to fill out my cash planning summary, which told me that I needed to withdraw $1,039 for this week's cash stuffing, which is what I did. So I'm actually not gonna close this entirely. I'm just going to move it to the side so I am able to reference it as I am cash stuffing. Okay, so as I mentioned, I went ahead and withdrew the cash that I needed for this week's cash stuffing, $1,039. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into my cash holder. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start by stuffing my weekly wallet. So just cleared this out so we are ready to stuff again. So the first category that I'm going to stuff is groceries, and groceries gets $200 for the week. Food delivery is gonna get $150 for the week. I know a lot of people have a eating out folder, and we probably need to start one because Dan and I sometimes are able to sneak away for a date night, and usually we just use our miscellaneous dollars for that, but our date nights have been few and far between up until now because we have 3 little ones, 4 years old and under, so it's not often that we're able to line up and get away, but I would like to start either an eating out or date night envelope. We'll see. Entertainment is now getting $50. That used to be less than that, but that's part of what my freed up debt car loan payment is going to. And then shopping is also getting $50 now, which again is a little bit of an increase. Kids is still getting $60. And then miscellaneous is still getting $50. All right, and that is it for my weekly wallet. Next, I am going to make my contributions to my sinking fund categories. So this binder is just getting really full. I know that I've also been talking about doing a cash condensing. I am going to do that towards the end of this month, but I'm actually waiting on a new product to be able to do that so I can demo it at the same time. So I'm going to hold off until that comes in. It should be in very soon. So hopefully in the next week or two, I will be able to do a cash condensing. So vacation is the first, and that is getting $50. So vacation now has 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, $600 in vacation. All right, health and medical is getting $25. So health and medical now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 185 in health and medical. And again, I usually just save up health and medical until I hit our deductible. Insurance premiums is going to get $20 this time, which is going to put insurance premiums at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 125. And insurance premiums for us just covers car insurance because our medical insurance premiums are deducted from my paycheck with my employer. All right, home maintenance. Here comes the story time, guys. Home maintenance is empty. They say when things happen in threes, that things happen in threes. When bad things happen in threes. And that was certainly our experience recently. So the first thing that happened, we had to empty out our home maintenance envelope. So a few videos ago, I feel like I told you guys this, we had found a leak in our basement, like water in our basement, and we noticed it was coming from the AC unit, and we thought we had fixed it because we thought it was like an alignment issue. And we like just kind of tweaked this little piece that was lining up to another piece, and we were so proud of ourselves that we avoided any sort of cost, and we thought we fixed the problem. We did not fix the problem. So we ended up needing to call somebody out. And I guess like there are lines within your AC unit that over time, they're like output lines, and over time they can get clogged with like a whole bunch of gnarly stuff, which I had no idea. I would have never have known to look for that. So they were fully clogged, which was backing up kind of the drainage system. So water was leaking out. Anyway, we had to completely empty our home maintenance envelope in order to pay for what was literally probably a maximum 30-minute fix. But we would have never known what to do. So home maintenance now has $0, but that's what these envelopes are for. So home maintenance this week is getting $40 to start to build this back up. Car maintenance, the next empty envelope in the next story time. So I got in a little bit. I was with two out of my 3 kids, and we got into a really small accident. Luckily nobody was hurt. It happened in a really in a parking lot. It was a very slow accident, and there was minimal damage to our car, but we did have to empty out our car maintenance envelope and actually dip into our savings account. So what would be tied to like an emergency fund savings or 1 month ahead amount of money. So what I'm probably going to do is starting in August, I'm going to bring back the emergency fund to like start building up just to reimburse myself for the balance that we needed to take out to cover the fix to the bumper. It was just a bumper, but it was more, the cost to fix it is more than what I had in my car maintenance envelope. So I drained everything I could from car maintenance, so I didn't have to dip too much into what we had in the bank tied to the other fully funded sinking funds. But I'll bring back the emergency sinking funds starting in August, just with a goal to be able to get back to the emergency fund balance that I had before that. So that was the second thing that happened. So car maintenance is getting $20 just to start to build this back up. So that was that. And then the third thing was we just had an illness kind of make its way around our family. So there was a little bit that we had to pull out of our health and medical. And that was the third thing that happened. So hopefully that was it, 3 and out, and we don't have anything else happen. And in the grand scheme of things, it honestly wasn't that bad, but it was just one of those things that it all kind of happened back to back, which is why I didn't get to editing videos for the first or second cash stuffing of July. So, but I'm back at it. We're back. So holidays this month is getting $40. I decided not to increase my contribution to holidays because this is building up so quickly that I think I'm going to have what I need by Christmas, so I didn't really feel a need to increase it. So we have in holidays 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, $800. I do not recommend keeping this many bills in your cash envelopes, but if you want to see what it can hold, that's over 30 bills in there. Self-care. Okay, self-care is getting $25. That was a little bit of an increase. So self-care is now getting 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115 in self-care. Pet care is going to continue to get 25. So Pet Care now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 55. 155 in Pet Care. And I need to make appointments for both of our dogs. They get seen by the vet just on a 2 times a year basis now because they're both considered geriatric, and so we just need checkup appointments for them. Events is getting $25. So Events now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 140, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 146, 151. 151 total. Had to do some on the spot math there. All right, next is donations. Donations is getting $20, and I actually am going to be restarting donations as well. My sister owns a nonprofit organization that teaches parenting skills to parents of all different types of families, with a focus on families with kids from complex backgrounds, so adoption situations, or kids with traumatic backgrounds, or kids with additional abilities or different abilities. Anyway, she's had this business for 10 years. It's incredible, amazing, but all of her branding that she's done for the business has been like homegrown. Like, she's just done it herself. And for the 10-year anniversary, she really wanted to like get a logo refresh and just an overall branding refresh. And so I pulled from my donations to engage one of my friends who does graphic design and just get her a little gift. I asked her if she would be willing to work through a new logo for my sister's organization, and she said yes. And so I just wanted to get her a gift to show her how grateful I was, and because it was tied to my sister's nonprofit, I considered that kind of a donation, so that's why I pulled from donations. So I'll be building donations back up. Clothing is getting $50. It's another category that I increased. This was one that I just feel like I was always kind of close to zero, so this is one that I want to start building back up, especially knowing that we're heading into back to school season and we'll probably want to grab some clothes for the kids. So clothing now has 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 105. In clothing, kids activities is getting $60. So kids activities now has 50, 100, 50, 65. Gifts is now getting $40. So gifts now has 20, 40, 60, 80. I always get really nervous at the end of my cash stuffing, especially with this month, because all of my amounts are new and I really now don't know until the end if I'm on or not. And then the last one is school. School is getting $9. So I am on for this cash stuffing. Yay. All right, and school now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, $69 for school. And school is primarily like back to school supplies, and I just got an email that backpacks are on sale, so I might dip into this. And every single year we let the kids pick their backpack and we get their name embroidered on it, so I'll want to grab those while they're on sale, so I might need to pull from this for that. And that is it for sinking funds for this week. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and pull the money back that we had left over from our variable expenses, and we're going to go ahead and see what we have to contribute to savings challenges. All right, so I am going to go ahead and start by opening our 52-week savings challenge. I always start with the 52-week savings challenge because the amount that I need to contribute is fixed, and so I want to make sure that I have the right flexibility of bills for that. So the 52-week savings challenge is really simple in that you're just going to save the amount for the week that you're in. So this is week 28 of my 52-week savings challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and find envelope 28. I'm going to see if I have $28. Oh, sorry if you hear the kids in the background. And I do. They just got home and they are noisy. All right. And then I will come back up here and I am going to mark in week number 28. This is a really great starter challenge because in week 1 you only need to save $1, and then in week 2 you'll save $2, and it kind of works your way up for saving and kind of gets you used to it, especially if you're a new saver. So that is it for my contribution to the 52 savings challenge this week. And then next I am going to go ahead and make a contribution to the July savings challenge for my 12-month savings challenge. And let's see what I've got here. So I am going to contribute $70 to the July savings challenge. So I will be able to fill in 14 symbols with that. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to mark that. As my last one, so I know. And I went a little extra with the way that I'm filling these in. You do not need to do this, but I was feeling very festive the first week of July. I love July 4th more for like, I'm in it for like the barbecue and the food. And then my husband this year set off, like I've never been, like my family was not a fireworks family. I've never really like been, like I've watched the big fireworks, but never like the little, you know, like driveway fireworks. And his family has always done that. Like he has memories of his dad kind of buying a small packs. And when I say like driveway fireworks, I mean the ones that go up, you know, in the air. They're glorified big sparklers that go up in the air like 2 to 3 feet. And so the kids and I sat on our porch, which is kind of elevated from our driveway, and we watched as Dan set off fireworks, which was fun. They were like very ooh-ah about it, which was very cute to see it through their eyes. And we ate ice cream while he set off fireworks, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, the grill out part of it, I can totally get behind. All right. So that puts us in good shape to finish this challenge next week. So I will go ahead and put that back into the July envelope. And then last, I'm gonna see what I have here. I have $10 left, and let's see what I have in the 100 envelope savings challenge. So I have already filled out envelope number 10, but I have not filled in envelope number 9. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stuff $10 in the 9 envelope. It's rounding up and it's kind of close enough. So, so that will be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the $10 into number 9 here. And then I will mark that one off on the tracker. Ooh. Hit my cash stuffing plant. All right. And that is it for the 100 envelope savings challenge. That's it for savings challenges in general this week. And that actually is it for this week's cash stuffing. So If you are on your own personal finance journey and you are following along, I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and being part of the community. Thank you for all of you that watch these videos, that subscribe, that leave comments asking questions, that engage that way. It just makes it feel like there's a support system and a community really here behind me as I'm on my own personal finance journey. And I hope this video is helpful or feels like a little bit of community if you're on your own journey as well. As always, I wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks so much for watching.